Hello, welcome to another video on my channel. How are you all? How's work? How's everything at home? Are you really busy? I've been busy, not just with work, but with a lot of things at home. I thought of creating this video because I know that many of you are working on the basics and advanced levels. Now today's video is about, you would have seen the thumbnail. We are not so perfect in using perfect tenses. Today we're going to deal with past perfect and present perfect. No. I'm not going to teach you. I know that you are aware and you know the grammatical structure. And many learners from the intermediate level are not sure of how to use past perfect, present perfect, specifically the irregular verbs. And these tenses make us even more tensed. We all have been learning about it since a very young age. But when it comes to speaking, it becomes problematic. Don't worry, I'm here for you, Mehuna. Okay, so we are going to dissect this through this web page, and I will open the web page. Now before that, it's good if you have these color papers. You can just cut it into small rectangular pieces and some sketch pens. I've tagged everything on my, I'll just take it for you. Yeah. So these are the ones I use. You may ask me, why should we use these color sheets and color markers? Because colors always add some more energy. Just try it out. It can be used by adults also. This is an activity, extended activity. But before that, let me introduce website. Here you have the interface, and I'll just show you how it is done. Now this web page is exclusively dedicated to past perfect and present perfect. Can you see that? If you don't know about past perfect and present perfect, they have given the explanation in the simple language. Anybody can understand. And look at this. There are 4 types of exercise: matching, multiple choice, gap filling, error correction. You'll get the right answers also. But it's not enough that we solve worksheets. We should learn grammar with a context, and also from a context. So I'll teach you the extended activity, and that's why we have the color cards. It's very easy, simple activity. You can do it on your own. We'll just take it step by step. First, they have given this in a box, in a yellow box, when to use present perfect and past perfect. Did you see that? They have given the structure. Now just to recollect, present perfect is used to speak about something that happened in the recent past. Also, it speaks about something that is very relevant to your present status or situation. Okay? Anything that affects the present. So it's like talking about the past and present. It is, of course, about an action that got completed, but still it has got some relevance in the present. Past perfect. Past perfect is used to speak about an action that happened before another action. It's just a sequence of action. Remember, this past perfect cannot stay alone. Along with past perfect, you will have one more action. In which tense? Past tense. And then comes matching. You can match, check the answers. Can you see that? And then comes choose the correct tense. Look at this. She dashed the book before I called. She dashed the book before I called. There are 2 actions. Sequencing the actions, one action before the other. Which tense is used? Past perfect. She had finished the book before I called. Okay, like that. Then go down. You have to put the correct forms of the verbs. Look at this. I, never, and meet are given in the brackets. Her before today. I've never met her today. I've never met her today. You're just placing never. But the tense is present perfect. I've never met her today. Look at this. She had finished the project before the deadline. Why? Because you have 2 actions there. Okay, before the deadline. You don't have 2 tenses. Necessarily you don't have 2 tenses, but there are 2 actions. Now remember, past perfect is used with reference to another action. You may have the other action in past tense. Or it can be given as a hint. Look at this. Before the deadline, she had finished the project. So either you will have that action in the past tense, or it will be just given like this: before, after, they'll mention as such. Then let's look at some of the others. Error correction. Error correction. I had saw that movie before it was released officially. Now this is where people make mistakes. Not because you don't know the grammatical structure. I had seen that movie before it was released officially. You know, there is a structure, had plus past participle form. Both present perfect and past perfect have past participle forms. What is this past participle form? It is the form of the verb. So see becomes seen. Had seen, have seen. Not had saw and have saw. Saw is the past tense. Okay? She had went to bed early last night. How would you correct that? She had gone to bed early last night. Not she had went. She had gone. Okay, so they have given the recap also. Present perfect describes actions that happened at an unspecified time before now or that affect the present. Look at the structure. And then past perfect describes an action that happened before another action in the past. So you have past tense there. They have given the form, the main use, time reference, example, signal words. Okay. So common mistakes. What are the common mistakes? Using past perfect without another past action. Yeah. I used to do this when I was in my school days. So past perfect used to float in the air. It should always be used with reference to another action in the past. Confusing present perfect with simple past. Oh yes, simple past and present perfect are not the same. I saw her yesterday is past tense. Okay? I've seen her. Not yesterday, I've seen her. Yeah, I've seen her. So present perfect and simple past, they are not the same. But when we speak, we may make mistakes. Don't worry. Forgetting to use had for the past perfect. Yes, this happens whenever we have the training sessions. Also, some people make mistakes with the participle form. That's why we have this activity. I told you, mehuna. Yeah. So we have this activity and some people don't know the participle form also. They may just say had went. Sometimes they say had. Instead of stopped, they will say had stopped. Had block, not blocked, stopped. Like that. It's because they're not used to it. But then I ask them the grammatical structure, they'll give the grammatical structure. And this is very correct because some people get confused between present perfect. I've eaten my breakfast. I ate my breakfast. These are two different sentences with two different contexts. Okay. Now, after solving these sentences, you have another task. Step 2. First is direct. Everything is given there. You just have to solve and then find the correct answers. Now find those areas that confused you or where you made mistakes. For example, if you made mistake with one of these sentences, I'll give an example, okay? Okay. They dash when the meeting started. Two actions are there. So they had arrived when the meeting started. They had arrived when the meeting started. So you have to add some lines before and after, preceding lines and succeeding lines. Now, this should be a speaking activity. Don't write. So you can say, yesterday we had a meeting. The boss was really angry because we didn't complete the project. Okay. And we remember the members from the other company had arrived when the meeting started. That was not a problem. Two of my colleagues also walked into the room. They easily slithered into the room like snakes in the last moment. They had arrived when the meeting started. And our manager, our team leader were really very angry. Okay, so they spoke to them after the meeting. So something like that. You have a context. You don't have to make a story, but a situation. Have a context. And then you try using the tense. It can be past perfect. Make another context with present perfect. That is step 2. Okay. The last step is, this is for people who get confused, who get stuck, who cannot think in English even when they are good, even when they are smart. See, everybody, if you're a human being, you have a lot of thoughts in your mind. Never doubt that. You are a human being. Definitely you have thoughts in your mind. Okay? So believe in that And I have written some verbs. You have to write the verbs that confuse you. For example, choose, okay, draw, begin. Now this is a very tricky verb. So tell me the past perfect and the present perfect of begin. I'm waiting. He has begin? No, he has begun. He has begun. Some people say he has began. Began is the simple past tense. Begin, began, and begun. Do you remember? Yes, you know. But when you speak, you'll make these mistakes. And sometimes it's very confusing when we speak with a flow, right? So it's not very difficult. These are irregular verbs. So he has drawn the picture. He had drawn the picture. Drawn. So draw is the simple present tense. Drew is the past tense. Simple past and drawn. D-R-A-W-N. Drawn. Okay, so you should pick up these kind of irregular verbs. Catch, caught. Participle form is also caught. He had caught the ball before they arrived. Okay. Another thing is he has caught the ball. Very good. I'm happy. So you can just say he has caught the ball. So make sentences. Write down the verbs. That's the third part. Write down the verbs that confuse you. You should look at the verb and quickly make sentences in present perfect tense and past perfect tense. Individual sentences. Don't make any context. We are just trying to test ourselves. We are trying to assess whether we remember the irregular verbs. You have to choose those verbs that you're not familiar with. Don't be like a small child trying to make the activity too easy for you. Have a mixture of easy verbs, maybe 3 easy verbs like stop, eat, choose, draw, write. So what are the 3 forms? Write, wrote, written. It's very nice to say like this. Okay, you'll definitely remember. I don't think you're making a mistake here. Even if you're making a mistake, don't worry. Just spare some time. It is going to be very easy. He has written. He had written. But you should have one more context there. He had written before the teacher arrived, before the teacher asked for the assignment. So first step is to practice everything, all the 4 exercises. Here is a recap. Beginners can possibly, they will be able to complete the first 2 types, I guess I'll tell you. The matching and the multiple choice. Okay? But intermediate, upper intermediate and the advanced learners can try all the 4 types because sometimes we become overconfident. It's easy but it's slightly tricky. Then what you should do? Extend, make the context. Okay, as I mentioned about the meeting like that, you may think that you're going to take more than 1 hour. It's like a studying process. No, this will definitely make your mood and heart light. Don't think this way that English is so complicated. I know you're aware of the grammatical structure, but yeah, this is the place. Now, I said I will mention something about the WhatsApp channel. I'll be giving extra exercise there. So if you join the WhatsApp channel, which is given in the description, you can join the channel. I'll be giving extra exercises. Do the exercise. Once it's done, I'll share the answers also. Deal? Would you work on it? Okay. Happy learning.